Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been doing well. Today I kind of wanted to play with some makeup. I wanted to do a full face of drugstore only products. I haven't done a video dedicated to drugstore products alone in a really long time, so that's why I really wanted to do this video. I have a bunch of drugstore products that I love. I always have them in rotation. You guys probably know majority of them if you watch me constantly, so this won't be a new video to you. But like I said, I haven't done a face that's been only drugstore in a hot minute, so that's why I wanted to do this get ready with me. If you're interested in seeing what we end up creating, or if you just want to see the products that I love and that I would recommend for you to check out from the drugstore, then just go ahead and keep watching. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you scroll down and click that subscribe button so you join the fam, and make sure you tap the notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload. That way you can be the first to come watch the video, and comment down below. I love to talk with my subscribers, so make sure you engage with me because I love engagement. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So you guys already know, I always start with the brows. Normally I do always start with my brows already done, but today I did not. So we're gonna start off with brows. You guys know I always use my e.l.f. brow pomade. This is what I've been using for years. This is a really, really good brow pomade. I'm just gonna go ahead and do my brows first. Normally, like I said, I always come on camera with my brows done, but this is how I do my brows. The key when it comes to doing brows is literally all about the cleanup. When you conceal and clean up your brow, it literally makes the world of a difference. So that's my favorite part personally. Okay, so the brows are filled, so now we're just going to conceal them. I'm going to use my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, drugstore concealer. If you've never tried this, girl, you're missing out. This brand, L'Oreal, is a great drugstore brand, and their foundation is really good too. I used to have it, but it's probably expired. I threw it away. I do need to pick it up again, but this is a really, really good product line. The Infallible line, amazing. So just like that. So look at the difference between this brow and this brow. So let me go ahead and clean this up, and then we'll go ahead and move along. So what the brows are done, as you can see. Now I'm gonna put some concealer. Lord, I'm gonna put some primer on. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. This looks like this. This is a really, really good drugstore primer. I was put on by Tati. She was raving about this. It's like $4. So I picked it up and I thought it would be great, and it is. It's a really interesting texture and consistency. I've used this before on my channel a couple times. It just feels like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's supposed to be pore filling and blurring, but also hydrating at the same time, which makes no sense. But it does literally that, which is crazy. Just putting that on my T-zone. It's so cold, guys. Like, I have a cardigan on. It's cold, very, very cold. All right, so now we're gonna jump into foundation. I recently picked this up. This is the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Up to 30 Wear Foundation. I picked up the shade 355 Coconut because this usually is my Maybelline shade in the Maybelline Fit Me. I don't think I've tried. I used to have this foundation in the old formula, but they repackaged. They did a new repackaging of the bottle. I don't know if they changed the formula, but a lot of people enjoy this foundation, and it's been such a long time since I've used it, so I picked it up. It's like $5 at Walmart. So that's what we're gonna use today. Oh, it's much more liquidy than I thought it would be. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be very thick. It's not as thick as I thought it was gonna be, which is kind of good. I don't really like super duper thick foundations, so I'm not mad at that. I enjoy more liquidy, lightweight foundations. And I'm going to just take my foundation brush. This is the Morphe by Ariel collaboration. I really enjoy his brushes. I've been using them lately and they're great. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this out. Don't you hate when there's like a piece of hair on your face and you're trying to do your foundation? It's like so annoying. And I need to clean my brushes so bad. I'm gonna make sure I do that today. Like it's time. I need to clean my brushes at this point. There's no reason why I should wait this long. I'm gonna take this cardigan off because I'm starting to get hot. This light, I'm getting hot. I'm getting hot. So now we're gonna go ahead and start to bronze. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. You guys have seen me use this a bunch. We're just gonna go ahead and take that and apply that all over the face. All right, great. So we went ahead and bronzed. I'm gonna take the same concealer I used to clean up my brows, the Maybelline Infallible Concealer, and just apply that in normal places that I conceal. I did just buy another new one because I am done with this one. This one is literally to the edge. I am scraping it as much as I can. Such a good concealer. It's more of like a thicker consistency. But it gives really nice coverage and it's hydrating, and it's just a really good concealer. I enjoy it a lot. And then I'm going to use a new sponge. I got this in my Morphe box when I got the Morphe brushes by Ariel. I got this sponge as well, so we're gonna go ahead and try that out. It feels really nice. Let me make sure it's damp enough because you don't want it to be too wet. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend out the concealer. It's not as soft as the DSMD sponge that I always use, but I like it. It's a little bit more firm if I had to compare the two. So the concealer is blended out, and then I'm going to go back with my brush that I used to apply my cream bronzer and kind of just go over the edges to make sure everything is nice and blended together. And then you guys know I always like to spray my face before I put powder. So I'm gonna take my Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is my favorite drugstore setting spray actually. So if you are looking for a drugstore setting spray, this is the one to get because it's awesome. It reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay All Nighter. So I'm gonna take this and spray it before I put any powder on. So the spray has dried. I'm just gonna pat my face out. Make sure there are no creases. And before I put any powder, I'm gonna use one more cream product. We're gonna use the e.l.f. Putty Blush. You guys know I love this. I haven't used it in a while. This is in the shade, I believe, Bali. It looks like this. I really do enjoy cream blushes a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this and apply it to my cheeks because it's been a while since I've done cream and I want to. You're supposed to do all cream products before you do any kind of powder. So this is why I'm doing this before I set my face. I will put another blush on top of it, a powder blush, but I just want to do this before to give the base. Feel free to OD on the cream blush because it's gonna be toned down after you put powder. So it may look like I have a lot of blush on right now, but trust me, it is all going to work itself out, I promise you. All right, so now we're gonna set our face. We're gonna use the setting powder that I talk about literally all the time. I love this powder so much. It's the best, one of my favorite powders of all time, regardless of it being literally like $4. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Powder. It looks like this. I have the shade Banana. They do also have a deep shade and they have a translucent. But this powder, when I tell you, one of the most finely milded, amazing, beautiful powders, literally bomb. Like, it's so good. I'm gonna go ahead and put some bronzer on. I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Infallible foundation. This is a powder foundation. I'm using the shade 365 Copper. I'm gonna use this as my bronzer today. You can honestly use any powder as a bronzer. This is a really, really good powder foundation as well. I told y'all the L'Oreal Infallible line, this, the concealer, the foundation, everything, amazing. So definitely check them out if you've not before. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze before I wipe away this bake. So I'm just setting the cream bronzer that I applied earlier, making sure that does not move or go anywhere. And remember, my cheek is still dewy because of the blush, the cream blush that we put on, but I am going to set that with powder blush. Look at the face. I mean, we are flawless, literally flawless. And then now we're going to actually put powder blush. So I'm going to take the Milani blush in the shade Coco Felicita. This is a baked blush. So I'm gonna take this with my blush brush. This is the Morphe. I'm using basically a lot of Morphe brushes. I'm just gonna take some of this and go over the cream blush that I applied earlier. I like to focus my blush more on towards like the back over here, kind of like a little contour a little bit. And sometimes I kind of like to bring my blush brush on my forehead too. You're probably like, girl, what are you doing? Why are you putting blush on your forehead? So that everything can be cohesive, duh. And then I'm going to take the setting spray by Milani and spray my face again. So the face is pretty much done. I'm gonna now highlight. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild highlighter. This is in the shade Illuminati. I love Wet n Wild highlighters. These, the ones that look like this, they come in like this packaging. They are amazing. Literally like the best highlighters. And the next ones that are really, really good are the Maybelline, what are they called? The Maybelline highlighters. They're coming like a little circle thing. I can't think of the name right now. But this highlighter, oh my gosh, Wet n Wild highlighters are beautiful. They honestly remind me of Dior highlighters. If you want me to keep it real, they give me the same vibe as Dior highlighters. So that's all I'm gonna say. Like, look at that. They just apply so smoothly and they're just so creamy and like just gorgeous. Oh, I love them so much. Just like that. So we're nice and glowing. I cannot wait to wash my brushes, y'all, because my brushes are dirty. Like, they are disgusting. All right, and then now we are going to do some eyeshadow. I'm just gonna do something basic, nothing crazy. I'm going to use my Juvia's Place palettes. Oh my God, these are the best. You can't find these at Walmart or Walgreens or Target. You have to go to Ulta, but I consider Juvia's Place, I consider that drugstore because their prices are really, really good. These palettes are amazing. This is the Warrior 2, and this one is literally like all mattes. Look at these colors. They are gorgeous, all mattes, and they're freaking so pigmented. This one is this is the Warrior 1, or just the Warrior. This has mattes and it has shimmers. It's a beautiful neutral palette. The quality of these shadows, oh, Juvia's Place kills it with everything. Their eyeshadows, their blushes, everything, their concealer. I can honestly, I think, do a full face of Juvia's Place because I have all of their products. I should probably do that. Comment down below if you would like to see that video. But I love their products and their eyeshadows. Bomb, so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do a simple eye look with that really quickly. Okay, I'm gonna take a gel eyeliner. I'm gonna show you guys drugstore eyeliners that I absolutely love. There's two of them that are my favorite. The first one is the Wet n Wild eyeliner. It's called the Breakup Proof liner. It's retractable. This one is amazing, super duper creamy, super duper dark. And another one that I really like is the LA Girl Glide Gel Liners. These look like this. Oh my gosh, both of these liners, super nice. And I think they're both like $1 or $2, something like that. They're no more than $3 a pop. And they're just great. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my eyes I'm gonna use the LA Girl today. I'm gonna go ahead and put some mascara on. I don't have any drugstore mascaras with me, but my favorite mascaras hands down are from Maybelline. I love the Maybelline Big Shot. I love the L'Oreal Telescopic as well as the L'Oreal Voluminous. Those are like my OG favorite mascaras from the drugstore. I don't have any with me right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the one that I use all the time. Okay, so the eyes are done. It's something very, very simple, just an easy everyday eye. Love those palettes, amazing. Now we are gonna get to the lips, and then we will be honestly pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips using the Milani Understatement Lip Liner. This looks like this. This is a retractable lip liner. I love this. This is a great drugstore lip liner. And now we're gonna do our lip for the day. We're gonna take the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. Love these. The NYX lip glosses, the butter glosses are amazing. The soft matte lip creams are amazing. This is the most comfortable matte lipstick that you'll ever wear. It literally is like a mousse, and you put it on your mouth, and it just dries into like nothing. It's so comfortable. I love them so much. So I'm gonna just put the shade London on. And when I mix this with a brown liner, it's like a perfect nude for me. Alrighty guys, there you have it. This is the look that we ended up creating using all drugstore products. I'm so happy I was able to film this. It's been a while since I've done a full face of drugstore, and I really wanted to do this because I feel like I haven't, talked about a lot of drugstore products. I feel like lately it's been a lot of high-end and things like that, but I want to remind you guys, drugstore is where I started off. That's where I found my love in makeup. That's what I could afford when I started makeup, when I was like 14 years old. So wow, that's crazy. It's coming on like 10 years since I've started doing makeup because I'm turning 23. But yes, so drugstore is always gonna have a place in my heart, and they've definitely stepped up their products, their quality, and just the way all of their brands are in general. So every single product that I mentioned today is a product that I hands down recommend. I think everyone should have. It's great, it's affordable, they're great quality, they're amazing. Like, they are up to par as high-end products. And honestly, just because a product is high-end does not mean it's going to be great. Remember those words. Just because it's pricey doesn't mean it's going to be great. So for me, it's all about quality, and if you can get quality with a great budget, is even better. So I'm glad I was able to show you guys some of my favorite drugstore products. Comment down below if you've used any of these, or if you have any of these in your collection. I'm interested to know. I want to know what you guys like. So yeah, definitely make sure you leave a thumbs up if you want more videos like this. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. Make sure you join the fam and you tap that notification bell so you're notified every single time that I upload. And I will see you guys on the next one. Mwah.